Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashivasamarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtam Shaktim Chatatputra Parasharam Cha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Matasya Sishyam Sri Shankaracharya Matasya Padma Padam cha Hastamalakam cha Shishyam Tam Todakam Vartika Manyan Asmadgurun Santatamanatosmi Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. 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 Namah Shri Shankarananda Guru Padambujanmane Savilasa Mahamoha Graha Graseka Karmani. Which is the verse we are looking at?
148.
148?
148.
Oh. Right. I thought 152. So here, I'm sure it is there 148.
148.
All right. So Maya's discussion has been going on. In this, in the 148th verse, it is said, Dehavat Vata Dhanadau, Dehavat, like the body, and the seed of a tree, inside the seed of the tree, how the entire tree is located. Subicharya Vilokyatam, thinking very clearly, look at it. Kvadana kutrava vrikshaha. Kvadana, the seed here, bijam. If you look at the bijam, if you look at the very seed, can you imagine what kind of a tree that would come out of it? It is such a small, tiny little piece. A huge banyan tree also can come out of it. So how from unimaginable to form, how from a small, imperceptible thing, an unimaginable, huge form of a tree can come out. That is called the wonder of wonder, Anirvachaniya Maya. Kvadana kutrava vrikshaha tasmat maya iti nischino. This is the nature of Maya. Nobody can clearly explain the wheres and whereabouts. Mama Maya Turatyaya. It is indeed very difficult to know it, much less you can overcome its power. So, continuing here, the other philosophical thoughts which were prevalent in India, in Bharat, they are called darshanas. Yoga darshana, Sankhya darshana, Vaisheshika darshana, Naiyayika darshana. All these darshanas, schools of thoughts, why they are called darshanas? Because their view of things, view of creation, view of God. For example, if you take the Anuvada, explanation of creation done by the Vaisheshikas and others, or even Tarkikas, about the creation being atomic principle, they could explain. But at some point of time, as we have seen, at some point of time, they have to admit, I don't know. Those who are able to explain even elaborately with a logic, also at some point of time, understand that Maya is, the creation is beyond logic. Karya, Karana, Sambandha also cannot be easily established. They have to come to conclude, we don't know, because the origin of things cannot be easily comprehended. So therefore, here, in the next verse he says, Nirukta vimamanam ye dadade tarkikadayah Arshamishradibhistetu Kandanado sushikshitaha Niruktavabimanam ye dadate tarkikadayah Harshamishradibhistetu Kandanado sushikshitaha Nirukto abhimanam ye tarkikaha Tarkikadaya, logicians, etc., these people, even though they could explain elaborately with their logic, nirukta means etymological. Really speaking, nirukta is etymology, meaning going to the core of the explanation. Nirukto ye abhimanam. Those people who have a pride over their method of explaining the logic, etc., dadate, they give, they provide, they explain. But they are also seen to have been condemned and made sure they are also known to for their limitations by great authors such as Harsha Mishra Dibihi. Harsha Mishra is one of the great Vedantin of those times who have proved how their logics are full of flaws. And the document or the scripture they wrote to condemn and show the limitations of the logical conclusions of these people is known as Khandanad, Khandana, Khandadakhya, the Khandadakhya, Akhyadhya. That's a very, even pronouncing itself is difficult. Khandana means to condemn. I think the word is so close. Condemn. Condemn means what? To show that your arguments are false. So, Khandanado Sushikshita, they are taught, meaning they are given lesson. Lesson about what? That your arguments are full of holes, full of defects. That is why it is said in Upanishad also, Naisha Tarkena Matirapaneya. Tarkena Atmavatihi na apaneya. Atmanaha Matihi, about the self, don't try to bring logic and understand. So also Maya. Maya anirvachaniya because one time it is satrupeni tishtati, another time it is asatrupeni tishtati. You cannot determine if it is sat or asat, whether it is beda or abeda, anga ananga, binnapya binnapya bhayatmikano, sangyapya anangapya bhayatmikano. You cannot say whether it is anga of Brahman or devoid of Brahman, it is there or not there. Because like that of, as example he gave, like a magician shows things which are not there and hide things which are actually there. So in this way, the Maya that is there, which is the very source of the entire creation, cannot be comprehended so easily. Therefore, instead of wasting our time in understanding what is the nature of Maya, accept it that it is anirvachaniya. And spend your time usefully in meditating upon Brahman. It is as good as sitting down half of the day after waking up. Why did you have that dream? You keep on thinking and thinking about, even if you get an answer, it is what use to you. For even if you know the reason for why you had the dream, can you stop next day that one? So it is a waste of time to try to understand something whose logic doesn't work, who does not work under any logic. Therefore, what is it? Achintya kalu ye bhavaha.
Achintya kalu ye bhavaha.
Natans tarkeshu yojayet.
Natam sarveshu yojayet.
Achintya rachana rupam.
Achintya rachana rupam.
Manasapi jagat kalu.
Manasapi jagat kalu.
Achintya kalu ye bhavaha. Natan tarkeshu yojayet. Achintya rachana rupam. Manasapi jagat kalu. Ye bhavaha, ye swarupaha, maya bhavaha, achintyaha kalu. It is unthinkable indeed. By logical reasoning, by systematic thinking, or applying the logic of karya karana sambandha, ye bhavaha achintyaha, na tarkeshu tan yojayet. Do not apply logic to understand it. As it is explained, from the smallest seed, how can that mighty vriksha can come out? You can never understand this. Even as you look at the human body itself, when the child is born, it is like a tiny little one, this size. By the time you go this and look at this, that fellow has become this. By the time you close your eyes, he's standing in front of you. Yes. Who are you to tell me what I should do, what I should not do? So how, Sam is such a little fellow, how can be a Rakshasa come out of it? You can't even imagine. So in this way, everything in this world, see, at least you can understand the human being slowly only. The dogs and all, say 1 year old, that fellow is so tall, 1 year old. Think about it when it becomes 15-year-old then. It's because their lifespan is being very short, they have to multiply that 5 times or no, 6 times. So if let's say it's 90 years a person lives, this fellow is only 15 years. So every year, 1 year of ours is 6 years for that. So, so in 2 years' time, that fellow is 12-year-old. So ununderstandable how the nature works there, how it is decided that way, how one is decided that one is not. Some trees, go on watering, go on, stays there only. Another one, unwanted weed, whee, goes there. I don't want this. And they grow very fast. So what is the nature? How will you prove the logic behind this? Na tarkena, na tan tarkeshu yojayet. Therefore, the entire Jagat is Jagat Kalu Achintya Rachana Rupam. Achintya Rachana, incomprehensible creativity. Rachana here means the creation. Achintya Rachana Rupam, Manasa api Achintya Rachana Rupam. Even with your mind, you cannot comprehend the way it is created. And no, we are only looking at this particular Earth and its galaxy, right? You will never know what is there much beyond this. We are thinking this is all it is. This galaxy of 9 planets and this particular solar, what do you call that? Solar system. This is one among the millions of solar systems. We do not know how far it is. Yesterday there was a picture just shown about the black hole. It is unbelievable that one dimension we don't know at all. Having reached which nothing, yadgatvanani vartante. You go there and disappears. Where does it go? And there's no time and space ends there. Can time and space end somewhere? Beyond which there is no dimension at all? If it is not here, it is somewhere, right? But you cannot see at all. It's just disappear from your view. Not comprehensible by any means. It's still there. So this creation, how much ever you try to apply logic and understand, nata kesho yojayet manasa apikalu achintya rachana rupam. So any kind of tarka that is used or not. Now if you, let us say I'm looking at a tree. What do you call as a tree? Branch, leaves, flowers, root, twigs, seeds. Which is a tree? A tree is a name given to many parts coming together. When you say a car, what is a car? The steering wheel, seat, engine, body, brake, battery, gas. Which one you call it as a car? Car is a name given to entire thing put together, right? So what is Vishram? What is Jagat? Can you say one particular thing as Jagat? It consists of different things. Even in your own physical body, each cell is individually multiplying, individually growing. No particular part of the body is remaining stagnant. It's constantly evolving, constantly changing. So who are you? When I say I, what do I mean by that I? What am I referring as me, the body? Spleen, heart, lung, tongue, brain. Which is called, a whole composite of it, various parts of it put together alone is called body, right? And there are many jantus are living there also. Uh, there are millions of uh, jantus are sitting there. So when I say my karma, prarabdha, this prarabdha belong to which part of the, which jantu belong to which jantu as the karma? Who are you? You know, it is very amazing to understand that what we refer as general as me is nothing but a sanghata, as assemblage of things. So when you start applying logic, na tan tarkeshu yojayet. Tarkena na yojayet. By the logic you use for any other place, you cannot apply that here. Manasa api jagat achintya rachana rupam. Now, why this topic is taken up is understand it to be not a mute existence. Maya is a Shakti. It's a power. That power needs to be understood, and therefore it says Achintya Rachana Shakti
Achintya Rachana Shakti
Bijam Mayedi Nischino
Bijam Mayeti Nishchanu
Maya Bijam Tadevekam
Maya Bijam Tadevaikam
Sushuptavanubhuyate
Sushuptavanubhuyate
Achintya Rachana Shakti Bijam Mayedi Nischino Maya Bijam Tadevaikam Sushuptavanubhuyate. Mayayaha Shakti Jagat Rupena Tishtati. Jagat is Mayayaha Shakti. The power of Maya is what we see as the world. So in other words, manifestation of Maya's power is what is called Jagat. Achintya Rachana Shakti Bijam Maya iti nischino. Achintya Rachana Shakti hi ye Maya Jagatah Bijam. In that way, Jagatah Bijam Mayaya Shakti. The seed of the world is the power of Maya. In other words, it contains all possibilities. And what kind of possibilities? Agatita Gatana. Impossible made possible. That is the nature of Maya. And so the world, which is manifested world, is none other than the one which comes as the seed. Maya's power as the seed. Jase bijasyantarivankuro jagaditam prang nirvikalpam punaha Maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitri chitri kritam. So, Maya bijam tad eva ekam. Ekam eva Maya bijam. In other words, Jagatah bijam Maya tad ekam eva. One alone is the seed of the world known as Maya. Maya, when you say it is not by itself variety. Maya is a ekam bijam. Maya bijam tadeva ekam. So, ekam eva Maya bijam. Now, where do we, so okay, when we say the entire world is put in a nutshell, is Maya bijam, the seed of Maya, which is the power, all right. But where do we experience it? How do we experience it? So here, at once, Vidyaranya brings this Maya Bijam, which you know as the source of the entire manifestation, you experience it in your sleep. Sushuptau anubhuyate. In your sushupti. Because in your state of sleep, na dvitiyam, na dvaitam asti. There's no two. Because all dualities end in that state of sleep. And in that state of sleep or in the sushupti avastha, in the form of your own causal body, this Maya Bijam remains. So what you call it as a Karana Sharira is none other than Mayayaha Sthanam. The very abode of Maya is pretty much there, abiding in your own Karana Sharira, in your own causal body. So he at once brings the entire external, so-called, what we call it as the external world, as Gurudev would say, the macrocosmic and the microcosmic. The what is here is what is there, as the Kathopanishads would say. Whatever is here, what is there. Yatamutra tadeva, ihamutra tadeva. Whatever is there, here alone, there, tadanviha mrityosa mrityum gacchati yahiha nana iva pashyati. Whatever is here means in your own core of your own being alone is there in the entire world. That Maya Bijam which is there in your Ananda or in the Karana Sharira itself is the very cause of the whole creation. Yadeva iha tadamutra. Whatever is here, that alone is there. One who sees the difference, variety, saha mrityoho mrityum gacchati. He goes from death to death. So Vedanta's standpoint has been that what is in the individual alone is there out in the world also. It's a very beautiful observation. One of the great scientists has said, what I see in a drop of water is there in the whole cosmos. Within the drop of water, what is there is itself is expanded into the entire universe. Which is what is said, what is there in an individual alone is manifested as the entire universe. So here, that's why he says, Sushuptau anubhuyate. In the state of sleep, we are coming to experience that very Maya itself. But not in its completeness. It's a glimpse of it we know in that very sleep. What is that? Jagraswapna jagat satra Leenam bijam iva drumaha Jeenam bije Tasmada shesha jagataha Vasanas tatra samstitaha Jagraswapna jagat tatra Leenam bija iva drumaha Tasmada shesha jagataha Vasanas tatra samstitaha. Any teaching must connect the individual to what is unknown. Teaching is useless if I am talking about something which you already know. Or something which can never be known. No meaning to talk about something which you can never know. No need to talk about something which you already know. As Gurudev would say, you go to a doctor, and doctor checks up your body, and then you have been having certain pains in your body or something, and then he says, I understood what exactly is the problem. Oh, very good. It has been chronic for me for a long years. You understood? Yes. Your stomach pain and back pain, I know the reason. Very good. So what is the medicine? Medicine not available. You diagnose the cause, But then it's not the result, I mean the solution. So even diagnosing the cause is good, but if there is no solution, by knowing the cause or the problem by itself is not solve the problem unless you bring the medicine for it. Similarly, Maya is anirvachaniya. What is the solution? You have to bring the solution, otherwise Vedanta become vyartham only. You would say that Maya is anirvachaniya, nobody can understand. Okay, chalo. Chalo, jao, bas, okay. No, what is that I have come to you for then? What is the solution for that? Meaning, what should I do after understanding Maya is incomprehensible, no logic works here, etc. I understood that. What do we do now? Now, we should know where and how it works. This is very important. How it works, we should understand. How it works in the sense, even though incomprehensible, from which standpoint I should look at it. Obviously, the standpoint must be from within. Now, this is a very beautiful shift he makes here. What is it? Jagrat Swapna Jagat Tatra Leenam. Tatra Leenam means Tatra Bije Leenam. Bije Sushupti Avasthayam. Isn't it? Jagrat Avastha, Swapna Avastha, both the state of waking and the state of dream, both of them, Kutra Leenam. Where does it end? Where do the both of them end? Sushupto. And earlier verse he said, Tatra eva Maya Bijam. That alone is Maya Bijam. The seed of Maya is remaining there. So go by step, then you will understand that. So first step he said that Maya, which is the cause of the Achintya Rachana Rupam Jagat. Jagataha Bijam, Maya Bijam, that's the power of Maya. Tadeva Maya Bijam Swapnao Anubhuyate. In the Swapna, you come to experience. Now that is statement number one. All right. Second, why do you make that statement? Because the world that we say as this Jagat, Idam Jagat, what we call it as, is it available to you in the same way in the dream? Because we all know dream is nothing but the impressions left behind by the waking experiences. It cannot come from nowhere else. It has to have some kind of a reasoning there, and therefore the experiences that we will have in the dream cannot be caused by something other than what you have experienced. So where have you experienced? In the waking state. Not necessarily yesterday. It need not necessarily be 10 years from now. It can be even many lives back. As a soul, you have experienced it, and you have now it is coming to express itself as your thoughts in the dream. Now, so the Jagat, the world that I come to experience, is not there in the dream, and the dream is not there in the sleep, and both of them are not there in the sleep. That means the world that I come to see, where is the bijam for that? Where is the seed for it? It cannot be outside me. Think. The world that I experience in the state of waking, if it is not there in the state of dream, and when it is, why it is not in the state of dream, it is not there, I withdrew. That means you who have withdrawn is seeing the waking state, the world, and you, the one who has withdrawn from that very world in the state of sleep, do not have the experience of the world. Where is then the origin of the world could be? Where is it sitting? Karna Sharire. So therefore, Jagrat Swapna Jagat Tatra Leenam Bije. Bija here is Swapnavastha. Like what? Drumaha Bije Iva Leenam. Like that of the entire tree originally is residing inside a seed. It's not outside the seed. It is inside seed only. The inside seed and only the all possibilities of the trees are residing. See, if I have a huge machinery working, you go on, finding out, you will find that one small chip is sitting there. In that chip, everything is programmed. How it should behave, everything is programmed in that small little chip. Nowadays, it's becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. You will never understand how this little fellow, small thing, which is so minute, connections, nothing but 0 and 1 only. How they are controlling the entire machinery. Nowadays, the car, if you look at the car and many of the electric cars, the one chip is sitting there, that's it. If you remove the chip, it will stop immediately. Similarly, the creation, entire creation is of the, like a vriksha is in the seed. Bije leenam iva tasmat asesha jagatah. Of the entire world, vasanaha tatra samstitaha. All the entire world, which is manifesting now as the huge variety, is none other than the expression of vasanas of so many jantus, so many jivas. Correct or not? Each one of us are acting according to our vasanas. If some of you are here because of your vasana, some of them not here because of their vasana. So whatever being going on in this world are all nothing but manifestation of vasanas. Without the impressions coming to expression, there cannot be action. The actions are nothing but expression of our own deep impressions. Now slowly he is bringing the point to this. This samashti vasana rupam Ishvaraha. Isn't it? According to Vedanta, who is Ishvaraha? Samashti Karana Sharira Abhimani. What is Karana Sharira? Vasanamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha. Vasana Koshaha eva Anandamaya Koshaha Karana Sharira. Samashti Karana Sharira Abhimani Chaitanyam Ishvaraha. In other words, what? Maya Abhimani Chaitanyam Ishvaraha. Now, therefore, if you understand, just like the seed is not, the vriksha is leenam in the bija, Maya is leenam in Ishvara. Just think the thought process there. Maya is where it is leena. All the manifestation of the Jagat, Maya Bijam, where is that leena takes place? In the Ishvaraha, who is Samashti Vasana or Karana Sharira Abhimani. Now, therefore, understand that very Ishvaraha who has that Maya as its means to manifestation of all the Vasanas, meaning every Vasana expression of every living being takes place from the Karana Sharira of that living being. My vasanas are residing in my Karana Sharira, and your vasanas are in your Karana Sharira. The very name, that Karana, is because from that alone your Mana and Buddhi is formed. Correct? And your Sthula Sharira is also formed by that only. Karana Shariram is Karana Sharira because Karanameva Sharirani. Sharira Karanam, therefore, Sthula Sukshma Sharira Karanam Karana Shariram. Sthulasya Sukshmasya Karanam Karana Shariram. So, the Ishvaraha alone is the one cause for Virat and Hiranyagarbha in Samashti. What do you call as Prajna? Prajna is the cause for Vishwa and Tejas. The Ishvara is the cause for Virat and Hiranyagarbha. This is symbolically put in that way. So, Vasana alone is the cause for Stula and Sukshma. Because Stula, Sukshma, Abhimani, Vishwa. Sukshma, Stula, Sharira, Abhimani, Tejaha. Tejasaha. Similarly, when you take it in the Samashti, that is Samashti, Stula, Sharira, Abhimani, Virat. Samashti, Sukshma, Sharira, Abhimani, Hiranyagarbha. Just like Stula, Sukshma, Shariranam, Karanam, Karana Sharira. In the same way, Ishvaraha eva Karanam, Hiranyagarbhasya, Tada, Viratasya. So, Ishvaraha, Sarvabhutanam, Hriddeshe Arjuna Tishtati, Brahmayan Sarvabhutani, Yandra Rudani Mayaya, Gita. So, this Ishvaraha, whose power alone is able to manifest the entire creation, where is he saying? In your Karana Sharira. And where do you experience Karana Sharira? Sushuptau. In the Sushupti, right? Now, therefore, now the discussion on Ishvara. He moves from Maya to Ishvara. Now, Maya is Anirvachaniya, but under whose control it is, or who is managing it? Ishvara. Where is he? In your own Karana Sharira. Where do you experience it? In your sleep. Oh, chalo, hum sab soyenge. Let us sleep now. ऐसा नहीं है. In sleep you experience, but not pratyakshena. You will not know his presence until you wake up. By the time you wake up, you are so busy with so many other things. So therefore he says, Ya buddhi vasanastasu Chaitanyam pratibhimbati Megakashavadaspashta Chidabhaso numiyatam Ya buddhi vasanastasu Chaitanyam pratibhimbati Mekashavadaspashta Chidabhaso numiyatam. Go back to verse number 18. We started almost in the verse number 18, a stream of thinking. What is that? Kutastha Brahma Jiva. Jiva Isho. Kutastha Brahma Jiva Isha iti evam chit chadurvida. Chadurvida chit. Chadurvida chit. 4 types of consciousness, as though. One is called Kutastha, another is called Brahma, third one is called Jiva, and fourth one is called Ishvara. Brahma and Kutastha is Atman. So here, Atman, this is referred as Kutastha, Atman, Brahma, Jiva, Ishvara. And he had explained that with an example. What is that? Gata Akasha, Maha Akasha, Jala Akasha, Abrake. Abraka ka means space. Abre stita kam. That space that is in the water. Which water? Megha. So we saw, first one is Gata Akasha. So because Dhyaranya won't leave us, because he go back from the beginning. Come on. Let me pull the idea from there, which I have already started to explain. So Gata Akasha is the space that is found, the inside the Gata, let us say, there is the space. This is Gata Akasha. Outside the part, there is Maha Akasha. So the Gata Akasha is Kutastha, Atman. Maha Akasha is Brahman. Outer space, limitless. Actually, the Gata Akasha is also limitless, but appears to be limited because of the structure of the part. Now, inside the Gatam, there is water. In the water, there is a reflection of space. Oh, that is called Jiva. The Jiva is the reflection of the space that is taking place inside the water available in the pot. It's called Jala Akasha. And in the sky, there are clouds, and clouds are nothing but particles of water, droplets. In each of the droplets of the water, the reflection of space is there, which is not easily comprehensible by our mind, as much as Ishvara is not comprehensible by our mind. That space which is there in every droplet, which is found inside the mega or the cloud, that space reflection, sky reflection, so to say, is Ishvara collectively. This is how he started that process. Now he quotes the same point here. Who is Ishvara now? Mega Akashavat. Like that of the space or sky reflected in the droplets of water found in the mega Akashavat aspashtaha, unclear, incomprehensible. Ishvara, as much of Maya cannot be understood, Ishvara is equally not cannot be understood. See, because it is so difficult to understand, we want Pratima. We want a form. The form is, for the Gurudev would say, form is to depict a formless. Idol is to depict the ideal. A form is to make us know what is unknown, incomprehensible. All right. So, Megavat Aspashta, Mega Akashavat Aspashta. It is not evidently clear like that of the incomprehensible reflection of the sky that takes place in the droplets found in the clouds. And therefore, that very space that is reflected there, Chidabhasaha, and the same way, this Chidabhasa also Anumiyatam. Must be Anumiyatam, inferred. Now, why inference? What cannot be Pratyaksha can be known only through Anumana. Anumana means inferential knowledge. What you don't directly see, you can know by recognizing its presence in the effect. If I put a mud pot in front of you, obviously you know if that is mud pot, it has been made of mud. Even though I have not seen the original mud, the mud originally from where it is made, I don't know, because I painted the pot, let us say, and put a lot of design and then some mirror or reflections on everything is done. Then, or some people put the seeds and some kind of beads and other things. You will never know it is mud pot. Tang, mud. It is mud only. I don't see it, but it's mud only. Because if it is a metallic sound, it can be some metal. But it is mud. So, looking at the effect, going back to the cause, it's called Anumana. Directly seeing the cause is Pratyaksha. So, Anumiyatam. Now, how do you, just like Ishvaraha, which is incomprehensible, just like that of the, the reflection of the sky in this droplets of water found in the cloud, you cannot go take a vehicle and go there up all the way and then let us look at. I tried this actually. Not that I tried actually. When I was in the flight, there are a lot of clouds. Kya hai wo droplets, right? Can we see that? Then where is the reflection taking place? Full of cloud, when it is going. Then I looked at through the window. Can I find out where these droplets are? Where the spice is this, reflected, which Vidyaranya has talked about. You can't see that. Now, he says, the first line, Ya buddhi vasanaha buddho stitaha vasanaha. Here, the Karana Sharira is none other than Vasanamaya Kosha, but it doesn't manifest unless Buddhi comes out. Buddhi comes out of it. Meaning, when we wake up only, the Vasanas start to manifest. When the Buddhi is awake, only it starts. When you are in the state of deep sleep, even though Vasanas are there, you are not expressing any of your Vasanas because you have Rakshasa Vasanas. But you are not a Rakshasa when you are sleeping. You are an angel. When you lost in the angels, they become Ras angel. So, this person who is sleeping who has Rakshasa Vasanas, but he is not expressing it. So, what is it? Ya buddhi vasanaha tastu. In those vasanas, how can they vasanas express without the presence of Chaitanyam? Without the consciousness, can the vasanas come to manifest? Okay. So, buddho eva vasanam vyakta rupam. Vyakti rupam, or the manifestation of the vasanas, are taking place through the buddhi. All right. Now, if buddhi has consciousness through which buddhi, we are conscious, when you say I am experiencing something in the waking world through my buddhi, that means the buddhi is endowed with consciousness. If buddhi is endowed with consciousness, please follow this logic. If buddhi is endowed with consciousness, buddhehe karanam kim? Karan Sharira. Because we know Sukshma Sharirasya Karanam Karana Sharira. So Sukshma Sharira is Buddhi. Buddhi, Mana, everything is put together. Antakarana is put together here referred as Buddhi. So Buddhehe Karanam Karana Sharira. Yata Gatasya Karanam Mrd. Mrdeva Gatasya Karanam. Mad. Yata mrideva gadasya karanam tata karana sharirameva vasanamaya koshaha eva buddhehe karanam. Yadi buddhihi chaitanya rupam karana shariramavi chaitanya rupameva. Idi anumiyatam. So karana sharira also chaitanya rupam. What is chaitanya in that karana sharira? Ishvara. Kyun? Samashti vasana abhimani. So, Ishvara samashti vasana abhimani kutra tishtati chaitanya rupena vasanamaya koshe. In the karana sharira, which is vasanamaya kosha, only chaitanyam that is there available is anumiyatam Ishvara heti. Because, as I said, because buddhi is not there, therefore you cannot directly look at it. As much as that sky that is reflected in the drop of water found in the megha cannot be known directly. Only anumiyatam. So, ya buddhihi vasanaha tasu chaitanyam pradibimbadi tat chidabhasa hidi anumiyatam. So that is what is referred as Chidabhasaha in individual. So the Jiva is a Chidabhasaha, and that Chidabhasaha is Jiva, that same name only. Jiva eva Chidabhasaha. So Chidabhasaha kutra tishtati? In the Vasanamaya Kosha as a Chaitanya Rupena tishtati. And Samashti Chidabhasa Vasana Anibhimani Chavda Samashti Chidabhasaha Ishvara. Samashti Jiva Ishvara. What is Jiva? Presently, Chidabhasa plus Vasana. Correct? So, total Vasana plus Chidabhasa is Ishvara is one consciousness which is associated with the total Vasanas. Jiva is consciousness associated with individual Vasana. And the space that is reflected in the Jala Akasha is limited apparently. In the same way, that same Akasha only is reflected in the drop of waters available in the every droplet of the Megha. Now, compare the droplets as Vasanas. How many Vasanas? Ananta Koti. But that one droplet alone is gone into your pot. Inside the pot, you see, space is there. What an imagination there. So many droplets, thousands and millions of droplets. Meaning what? Thousands of and millions of vasanas are going on. Meaning not only individuals. Everybody's vasanas are all included here. And in every one of those vasanas, there is reflection of, just like the reflection of space is in every droplet, consciousness is present in every vasana manifestation. And in you, it's a collection of certain vasanas, like collection of water, which makes the gata jalam. In that also, Akasha is reflected, that is Chidabhasa. So that Chidabhasa Jivaha, and that Akasha reflected in the drop of the letter, meaning Sarva Vasanamaya Koshe Pradibhimbidam Chaitanyam Ishvaraha. Ekasmin Jive, Ekasmin Dehe Karana Sharire Pradibhimbidam Chaitanyam Jiva. Iti Jiveshwara Aikyatvam. Iti Anumiyatam. Anumiyatam. As I said, inferentially it should be known. If Buddhi is having its consciousness, it is not created by the Buddhi, it is none other than the one which is available for the individual at the Karana Sharira. If the Buddhi has been manifestation of the Karana Sharira, the Chaitanyam that is available in the Buddhi, reversely, is from Karana Sharira. The origin of Chaitanyam is where? It is not in the Buddhi, it is there sitting in Karana Sharira. Now the next step we would talk about is individual vasanas. I understand. How can you say it is the same Chaitanyam in the collective vasana also? That has to be proved. Right? So now you will quote from the Shruti. Shruti explains how the explanation is given. We'll see in the next class. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkhabhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.